Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of Omnibros Live on a Thursday night. It's Manga night, as we say. Welcome back everybody. Super excited to have you here with us. To the people in the chat, welcome. Everybody's just pouring in. Sorry, we're a little bit late. We just caught up on some things behind the scenes in the green room, if you will. But we're here now. We're going to talk about some manga news, some solicits, some goofs, some gaffes, all that fun stuff. So I am Gio, still petitioning for that Inhumans Omnibus. Marvel keeps putting out older stuff that I'm like, I don't know about that, instead of my beloved Inhuman Royal Family, but them's the breaks. Regardless, I'm here with you guys talking about some cool stuff, so that's more important right now. And I'm joined by two amazing individuals that are co-hosting this with me. Of course, Home Sweet Home, Omnibus Collector, Riley, back at it. From the HQ after 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
I was away for just over 2 weeks. I spent about a week at my sister's and then a little over a week at my parents' watching.
A grueling 2 weeks.
It was, yeah. I did come home a few times to grab mail, to take care of some things. I got to sleep in my own bed for one night between the two, but I just didn't realize that my parents needed my help for a whole 10 days.
Longer than anticipated.
Yeah, and also that it was one after the other. Otherwise, I don't know. I probably would have still done it, but it was a surprise when I had to actually do it.
Well, you survived. And is Chewy there with you?
Yeah, he's
That's awesome.
Right now.
He is the fourth co-host, hidden. He keeps the chat ready, And of course, joined by another spectacular co-host, hoping for a Hananoi anime, Colleen's Manga Rex. How you doing?
Good, and I will be absolutely fantastic if A Condition Called Love gets an anime.
You stand a better shot at these shows getting, or these books getting anime adaptations than books getting licensed, in my opinion. So I wouldn't worry too much.
At least this one is licensed. So all I can hope for at this point is an anime.
There you go. Yeah.
Y'all were talking about it. It has a live action coming.
This one?
Is that the one that you were talking about earlier?
So this is the one they just said that there's an announcement in the next issue of the magazine. And we're all kind of hoping it's going to be an anime, but all of us are probably going to be let down once they tell us it'll be a live action.
Live actions. Javier, thank you for joining. Hoping one day Chihaya Furu gets physical copies in English so it can be the thumbnail of the live stream. I hope so too. You know what I also hope for? An Inhumans Omnibus for a Monday show. Just saying, Marvel, come on, man. Anyways. Freaking ramen micronauts. Anyways, whatever.
Well, if Chihaya Furu and Inhumans ever happen, you know where you could buy those, Gio?
Oh my god, that was beautiful. Damn it.
I knew it was coming.
Hell yeah. Good job, brother. I love you guys. That's In Stock Trades. Your home for all things collected editions. You get your omnibus, trade paperbacks, hardcovers, manga, and so much more, with great deals that range from 42% to sometimes 60% off. There are manga sales, there are regular sales, a lot of sales. You got to check out the website. Don't let me tell you about it. Go now, check it out now, and then come back to the stream, or maybe later after we're done. Your choice. InStockTrades.com, your home for collected editions, fantastic customer service, wonderful packaging. Let's see, if you make an order of $50, you get free shipping in the US. And if you order on a week-by-week basis, you get a sweet loyalty discount that adds an extra 2% off to any order that you'll make. Fantastic all around, guys. Take a look. Deals of the week, every week. New releases, including some manga and some comics and all that fun stuff. Here are some of the top sellers. That Spider-Man 2099 hanging strong there as one of the top sellers. Yeah. All that's left is for you guys to check out our fabulous sponsor, InStockTrades.com. And let me remind everybody that this upcoming Monday, the last Monday of the month, we will be doing the gift card giveaway valued at $50. You just got to show up in the stream and participate, open to anybody out there in the world. Participate in the chat, hang out with us, and you'll be in the running for a $50 gift card giveaway. You can buy some cool manga. You can buy a sweet Omni, a lot of stuff for $50. That's sweet. Courtesy of our sponsor, InStockTrades.com. Oh, look at that. I love the sound of the computer right there.
Forgot to turn off my PlayStation.
Oh, that was a
was
PlayStation?
like, I'm pretty sure that's a PlayStation noise. What's going
Yeah,
on?
you said a Windows noise. Sorry.
Know why, but the like my PlayStation periodically will pop up a thing saying like license not found or something like that for my streaming service. And with any streaming service, like doesn't matter which, literally all of them, it'll say that, and then it'll say like closing in 15 minutes, and it never does. It just stays open. There's this random thing that pops up, and like while I'm watching shows or movies, it'll pop something up, and I don't know, it just goes away and nothing ever happens. Sometimes I'll fall asleep and I'll be like taking a nap or something in the middle of the day, and it'll just go bing, and that wakes me up. I'm like, God damn it.
That's your new alarm. Jaime, thank you for joining. Appreciate that. So before we talk about the topics, anybody haul anything that you want to show?
I did.
Yay.
I just went to Kinokuniya today because my neighbors were screaming and doing their thing that I always complain to Riley about. So I needed to get out of the house, and I was like, you know what? I'll go to Kinokuniya. So the first thing I got was...
Ooh, let me highlight you. Hold on.
The latest issue of Lala magazine. This is the one that runs like Natsume's Book of Friends and Snow White
I see
with the
the
red
cat.
hair.
I recognize the cat.
There's Nyanko.
Yeah, he's awesome.
This one actually has there's going to be a double cover. So the spin-off magazine of Lala, which is called like Lala DX, is going to have a cover that matches this one.
Like interconnecting?
Yeah. It's got Nyanko on that one.
Oh, sweet.
And then
look at that. That's so cute.
Acrylic with Natsume and Nyanko on it.
That's awesome.
And then the next one, I didn't post this on Twitter because I wanted to show Riley because it's his favorite. I got the recent issue of Dessert Magazine.
So pretty.
Yes. The art for this series just keeps getting better. I honestly don't know how here. This is the color page that I've been going. Hold on, let me see if I can.
Yeah.
Like everything.
The color page that I've been going insane for. It's so beautiful.
You sent me that the other day on Discord. Like I would want. That's poster material.
Yeah.
That's frameable poster material right there.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah, when I picked this up, I kind of forgot that the color page was going to be coming in this one. So I'm like, oh, hell yeah.
I have a dumb question, if that's okay.
Of course.
Is that the original magazine with the Japanese stuff and all that?
Yeah, here, I can kind of flip through it a little bit. But yeah, so this is like
there we go. Okay, that was what I was wondering.
Chapters.
If it had the blue inkish thingy. There we go.
Yeah, you can kind of see on the side a little bit that the color changes. You might be able to see it better.
And if you can answer, are those expensive or can you get that for cheap?
This one was 10, and then this one was 11, but it came with 2. So the thing about the Dessert magazine is that it comes with 2 extra manga magazines, essentially.
Oh, cool.
So this one is for like their rookie mangaka, and then this one is their BL series that they publish. And these came with it as well. So
sweet.
You get quite a bit for only $11. Which is why I'm always buying these magazines. I'm like, it's like $10. I might as well just get it.
And that's like super supporting the industry. Like you're skipping all the middlemen and going straight over there. Like
exactly. Yeah. That's why I'd rather just either buy the magazine or like buy the Japanese copy.
Yeah.
Unless it's in English already.
That's a great deal. What a deal. Yeah. Riley, what you got?
I got something. I got a lot of somethings, but I'm not going to show all of it because I want to keep a lot of it for my, all video.
Give us like a summarized version of it.
But well, I showed you, Gio, I showed our Omnibros chat one of the lots because I was talking to Omar about it. And
yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
By a particular page.
I was shocked that you got that, but okay, go ahead.
So, I didn't want to I didn't want to put it on here because some people don't get the concept of like giving things another try. Things that if I didn't like something before, I might try it again, and so I don't want to hear it. But here's something that the moral of the story is if someone has something listed on eBay with
an insane deal, you go for it.
Well, no, I was gonna say if it says or best offer, throw some shit out there. I got Old Boy, volumes 2 through 8.
Oh hell yeah!
Because I have volume 1 already.
Nice.
And they were only selling 2 through 8. I was like, that's a sign, and it was pretty significantly above cover price. And the guy sent me an offer, and I countered with something like significantly lower than what he offered, thinking there's no way, and he took it. And so I did go a little bit over cover price, I think $2 or $3 over for
that's not bad.
Each volume, right?
Yeah.
Which is not bad, and not bad at all, considering that not only are these sleeved, but every volume, these are in brand new. They're wrapped.
Condition. Oh, they're shrink wrapped. Oh,
literally in brand new condition.
So,
not that I'm going to keep them in that same condition, because I bought them to read, but I could not have asked for a better deal.
I'm going to ask, but sorry to intrude. Are you going to keep them in near mint condition?
I got that joke.
Yeah, nice.
I will do my best to make Omar proud.
Or very fine condition, as Jess would say.
Yeah. Poor condition. So just run through them all, but volume 5.
The movie, as you're showing that, the movie's getting a remastered edition theatrical screening, I think. Or a Blu-ray release or something. I don't know.
What you were gonna say is getting remade, and I was like, not again.
No. They're remastering it either to put out on DVD or DVD, Jesus, Blu-ray, or they're screening it again. I don't know. One of the two.
So there's all that, and then I also have been getting some pretty decent deals on some Tezuka stuff.
Oh, look at that! Nice.
Which is pretty cool. I don't remember how much I paid it. This also was a little bit above cover, but considering the price that a lot of his stuff goes for, I was not upset. Yeah. So that Metropolis, of course, which they made an anime adaptation movie of the manga. This old library copy, I just cleaned it up today, so it used to have a big sticker on the spine and on the front. Still has stamp on there, but some good old Dark Horse published.
That's the equivalent of a tramp stamp for manga books.
Discard.
There you go.
Westview High School. Man, that high school, I didn't have any manga when I was in high school. And then this, I'm just going to tease something that I'm going to be doing. I have from One Piece books, Parallel World Pharmacy.
Hey, you got it.
2 copies.
Oh, look at that. Jesus, what?
Copies. 4 copies. 5 copies of Parallel World Pharmacy, Volume 1. And you can win one of them. I mean, I'm going to keep one of them, but 4 people are going to win copies. I'm going to be doing a review video pretty soon. And when I was talking to the guy from One Piece, he's like, how many copies do you want? And I was like, I'm good with 1 unless you want to send me some to give away. And he was like, yeah, let's do that. I'm going to send you 5. I'm like, okay.
That's awesome.
Whatever you want to do. So I'm going to do a review over there. Spoiler alert. I dug it. It's not my favorite thing in the world, But
I am so happy that you dug it because I was a fan of the show, of the anime.
as far as like rebirth isekai, resurrection isekai stories go, this one's a lot of fun. Like, it's not my favorite thing ever, but I think it does really well because and I guess you'll probably maybe agree with these points since you've seen the anime. It actually like makes you care about the main character before he gets killed, and
Mhm.
he also doesn't die in a stupid way.
It's a believable way because it happens in real life.
Yes, he's like, his entire everything about him is very believable. If you haven't seen it at all, the main character is a pharmacist, and he is motivated very strongly because his sister, when she was really young, had died from cancer, and so he wants to work. It was cancer, right? I'm pretty sure.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so he wants to work towards finding, cures and helping people, and he, pushes himself so much in his life. And as we see him, he's like, at the beginning, he's kind of wrapping up research and work on something that he's been doing for a while. And he gets to a stopping point. He's like, great, I'm done with this. Hey man, chill out. I'm done with this. I'm gonna take a little break. And he doesn't take care of himself. He doesn't eat, he doesn't sleep, and he's about to give himself like 1 hour of sleep before he has to get up and start doing things again. And he winds up dying of a heart attack in his sleep. And when he wakes up, he's in another world where he's a kid that's part of this pharmacy, like medical family.
Yeah, like exactly. Yeah.
But medicine in this world is very different and like akin to magic. And something happened to him where he, in this world, was granted interesting powers that help him to be able to kind of synthesize medication, and in a way that people who find out what he can do think that he's like the reincarnation of a specific god. And from there, like the rest of the first volume, at least, it just has him like helping people around him, finding out. It's almost like a medical drama type thing where he's like got to find out what the deal is. Like, he's House MD, or he's the good doctor, and he's got
I am a pharmacist.
Oh God, no! Please.
I am a pharmacist.
I've heard that. I've seen that meme go around and around for too long this month.
I had to do it. But yeah, he's just helping people and coming up with cures, figuring out what's wrong with them. And like, this world's different, so like they don't have the same medicines, they don't know how to take care of things the same way. So I really dug it. I'm gonna keep going with this one, keep reading, and we'll see how it goes as the series goes forward.
Yeah, that's awesome. I wasn't going to show anything, but you motivated me to just show 2 books that I got. That's it.
No,
Just 2 books. Hold on.
We must see.
I got the final volume of Gantz Omnibus, volume 12.
Thick boy.
This is pretty big. Not like super big compared to the other volumes, but it's noticeable when you stack them up next to each other.
Yeah.
Final volume. Not going to show anything inside because I don't want to ruin it for anybody. But super happy to have this.
I bet there's blood and boobies.
And an old one. I got the something completely different. I got the Pokemon Adventures Black and White, the first one. So I'm starting to collect the Black and White series.
Let's go.
And I forgot that this particular volume was so skinny compared to the rest.
And it's still $10.
And I saw this. I'm like, did I mess up? Did I order the other one? And then I looked it up with the ISBN and the cover. I'm like, no, I got it right. Yeah, what the hell? Why is this $10, Viz? Seriously.
I think the previous volume is the second volume of Heart Gold Soul Silver, and that one's like freaking huge.
It's so cute. Yeah. What is it? I don't think I know that one. The one on the right.
You see the name right there? Minchino.
I'm looking that up. That is the cutest shit I've seen.
Yeah, he's adorable. Gen 5
Pokemon.
And Snivy. Pretty cute too. I like that snake.
Not as cute. This one's making me want to like just
You got the 3 starters there with Tepig and Oshawott. I played the game with, I think it was Tepig, because I like that it was a piglet. So yeah,
I because I always choose fire. Didn't and doesn't is Embor also firefighting?
Embor is.
Because I know like he has so many firefighting, like one after another after another. And we finally got Delphox, which is like
firefighting. Yeah, firefighting.
Yeah, like, what Blaziken, Infernape, Embor,
Embor,
Incineroar. Is that the
Incineroar?
all of those are
Delphox.
firefighting. Delphox fire psychic, and then Charizard was just fire. But didn't they add flying for Gen 2 or something?
Maybe.
I don't remember. But yeah, so just every gen people are like, please let it be something else instead of fighting.
I mean, at least now with Scarlet and Violet, we got Fuecoco, who is not firefighting.
What is he? Is he like fire dark?
Fire Ghost.
Fire Ghost, nice.
Or the final evolution. I always forget his name. What's his name? Skeller. I'm not gonna even pronounce it. He is Fire Ghost.
Nice. I still need to play.
He's my favorite in that because I love the Croc Pokemon.
I just yesterday beat Breath of the Wild.
That is impressive.
So
Gabe was talking with me last night on Omnibros about the game. I still haven't. I keep talking like, oh, I'm gonna play it. I need to play it. I haven't played. Shit.
Not Tears of the Kingdom.
No. Breath of the Wild. Yeah.
So you're also talking. Okay, we're on the same. Yeah, it took me. I thought it was like 4 years old. I just realized it came out in 2017 because I finished the game and it shows like Nintendo 2017. I was like, God damn it.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I got it. No, I didn't get the Switch in that year. I got it next year, 2018. I got it for my birthday, 2018, and I only played like an hour of it, and I stopped, and I forgot. And now the new one, all this freaking year, all these months, I've been like, I gotta play it before the new one. I didn't play it.
Yep. I did everything. I had played through the main like game. I didn't do all side quests and I didn't do all the shrines and stuff, but I literally had gone all the way up to the final boss fight and I died like twice. So I decided that I was gonna go off and like do some stuff to get more hearts, to get better gear, whatever the fuck. And I just from that point, like I did that for a few days and then I just stopped playing and I never went back to it. But the point being, I mentioned this to say that at this rate, I will play Pokemon in 2029.
Let's go. All right.
Good timeline.
Hell
no,
yeah.
I'm gonna go get since I beat that now, I'm gonna go get Tears of the Kingdom probably tomorrow, and that'll be my weekend taken care of.
You also need to play, and I know we're on a tangent, but it's okay because it's Pokemon. That's my favorite game franchise. You need to play. You told me about this. Sun and Moon.
Yep, I need to play.
You can do Sun and Moon while you play Tears of the Kingdom.
I have two hands for that reason exactly.
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to play Sun and Moon and then Sword and Shield, and then I got to play. I have both Sun and Moon. I only got to play one of them.
Exactly.
I have 3 gens of Pokemon to play. I have done one-handed gaming before. It's not impossible. I used to play Dynasty Warriors with one hand. Like
wow, Dynasty Warriors.
Like this, basically. And I don't know. Whatever. It works. I can do it. It's just not fun.
I believe in you. Riley, better rate Breath of the Wild a 10 out of 10 or Zelda fans will tear you apart.
Oh, I will rate it a 3 out of 10.
Hell yeah, that's what I like to hear.
Then I want them to tear me apart. Come and get me.
24 hours into Tears of the Kingdom. Wow, nice.
I actually had major complaints about Breath of the Wild that I know are not solved with Tears of the Kingdom because it's basically just like complaining that it's not a Zelda game. but I learned to embrace it.
I know what you mean.
Like it just the like not having traditional dungeons and not having the traditional weapon system is a turn-off, but I learned to embrace it, and especially revisiting the game this past week, like leading towards finishing it. I found a lot more to love in like the exploration and the shrines and stuff, whereas before, like that was stuff that kind of annoyed me. I think that's why I didn't care about finishing like so much, because I was like, screw it. But it, whatever. And I know this is what Tears of the Kingdom is. So going into Tears of the Kingdom, I'm not gonna have that same hesitance, I guess.
Going back to manga, Cleveland Brown got here. No, Riley got a sweet offer on eBay for the older old boy volumes. No reprints.
If the universe works how it usually does, me buying those, they're probably going to release oversized Omni or a hardcover of it.
A new deluxe hardcover.
Yeah. Another manga point, I meant to grab this, but this is one of the many ones that Yen sent me.
I'm a fan of that.
Right?
What was that? Sorry.
you answered my question. You are a fan of the anime.
Yeah, sorry, my loud mouth. I covered I didn't know what the hell you were saying. My bad.
Because I haven't gotten to it yet. I'm reading through all the new volume 1s that they sent me, and I didn't realize it, but this is an all-in-one. This is the whole story.
Yep. It's like anime manga meets Wacky Races meets like Dr. Stone.
It's got
because the main characters reminds me a lot of Senku.
Was there a T at the end of that? Races? Did you say racists or races?
Oh, Wacky Races.
Okay,
Races.
I was so confused.
No.
Like
Wacky
a quick second.
It's a race across the U.S., right?
Like,
they're in LA.
Racist? What is this?
Hold on.
What manga premise is this?
Hold on.
It's like Steel Ball Run. They have to go across Steel Ball Run did have Wacky Races.
Races. Okay.
Yeah, Hanna-Barbera.
Wacky Races from Hanna-Barbera.
Remember when DC did the Wacky Raceland and it was like Hanna-Barbera Mad Max?
Mad Max, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it's like an actual thing too. See, I thought you were just describing something. Like
No.
it was just like, I'm just describing these races in the
Wacky Races was their like Avengers style show where a bunch of famous characters had like super wacky cars, and it was a big ass race to see who would win. Shit, I don't know. And yeah, so it was pretty fun back in the day. So Apare Ranman has that style where you have all these characters and they build like insane vehicles, and they're racing from California to New York. And the main character is from Japan. He was outcast alongside his buddy, who's a samurai, and from some other drama that's whatever. And now they're here, they're homeless and without a job and no money, so they're going to participate in the race to potentially go back to Japan, etc., etc. And they meet a lot of cool people. All the racers, some are douchebags, others are pretty nice, and they're all pretty diverse. Like you got people from Europe, from China, from I think from Mexico, stuff like that. I can show you the Blu-ray. Hold on. Now I'm psyched for Apare Ranman. Give me a second. I'll be right back.
What's wild about Wacky Races, just as an aside, is this series was like, I mean, I watched the hell out of it. It only had 17 episodes. And I'm realizing now, like as an adult, looking back on a lot of these Hanna-Barbera cartoons, that most of them were only like a season or maybe two. And I just watched the hell out of reruns on like Cartoon Network.
Yeah. I'm not surprised, honestly. I feel like there's a lot of...
So this is the original. And they made a manga adaptation.
I'm excited. I'm excited to read it. I'm even more excited that it's all in one collection, because I looked online. I was like, oh, how long is this? 3 volumes. And I looked at the thing and I was like, oh, there's not a volume number on there.
So this character right here, this kid, he's Native American, which is pretty cool. And her, this character here, she's pretty awesome. She's Chinese. And the 2 leads are right here.
So it was a movie first?
It's a 12 episode series.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I'm starting to put it all together now.
Yeah. It's
oh my
awesome.
God, we match, me and that character.
Yeah.
See, I just need to kind of like...
He's like Senku from Dr. Stone. He's like super eccentric, and all he wants to do is sciencey stuff and tinker with science and automobiles and motors, etc., etc. So that's why I mentioned Dr. Stone.
Luke Skywalker. Anakin.
Going into news and stuff. I don't know if this was one of the stories you wanted to cover, but I want to mention Delicious in Dungeon because the trailer came out today.
By Studio Trigger.
Delicious in Dungeon Meshi. I named my Dungeons and Dragons character Meshi because I was thinking about this series when I was making him.
That's awesome. But yeah, the anime comes out next year, I think, or winter season.
January 2024 is what they said.
By Trigger. I'm very excited to see what they'll do with a series like that because it's not a premiere, to say the least.
Yeah. So we were talking earlier because I mentioned it in our Discord server, and Colleen's not a fan of Trigger, and I was like, well, this does not have the typical Trigger style like at all. The characters don't have the Trigger style. The artwork, the colors don't even have that style. Like the colors that you see from stuff like BNA and like Cyberpunk, it doesn't look like.
I love BNA. Sorry,
it's very muted in comparison, and the style, like they definitely are trying to emulate Ryoko Kui's style from the manga, which is great. So they're not going too overboard with it. The only thing that I didn't like about the trailer is that it doesn't touch on the actual plot at all. So it makes it just seem like a bunch of people in a dungeon eating when there's actually the ongoing plot, which like drives the series and is really fantastic, of, you know, the main character trying to find his sister who was eaten by a dragon, and they're trying to find the dragon in the dungeon before she gets digested. And it's
I think it was more of a teaser, so maybe that's why. Because they do a lot of promotional videos as the show's about to start. Usually like 3 or 4 videos.
Yeah, I'm sure that they'll get that, but just for people who this was their first impression of the series, never seen it, they've just maybe heard the title. They might see this and be like, okay. But like when you know there's more to it.
When you know.
Yeah. I love it. We were talking a little bit about it, and like one of our friends was saying, you know, about how nice the like representation of all these different fantasy races and stuff is, and the way that like they draw these races and let like the female characters look certain ways and not just try to be overtly sexualized and stuff. So like, and I highly agree. It's fantastic. There's just a ton of really great and creative characters. And yes, there is a lot of food. And yes, it looks delicious. And Jesus.
Yeah.
And it's great. I really, really, really like to see all these chapters where it's like, you know, they fight the monster, and then at the end of the fight, it's like, how are you going to turn that into food? And it's fun.
Yeah. Javier says, yes. Lines in Motion tweeted about it. They are the reason I got to know about the series. Bean Queenie says, speaking of new anime coming out, the new Sugar Apple Fairy Tale, key visual came out today, and I'm excited for part 2 in July. Yes, I am too. Can't wait. I really enjoyed the first season.
I'll also add the trailer for Oku dropped. It is so freaking good. I'm so hyped because everyone was very cautious about it, but like seeing the trailer, the voice acting was great, the music was beautiful, the animation looked exactly like the character styles in the manga, so I'm very excited for Oku.
Oku's done by Studio Dean, who's also doing the Sailor Moon stuff. So I was a little bit worried, but I think it looks fine. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge
pleasantly
fan of that studio, but I'll check it out. Speaking of studios and checking out stuff, Kodansha solicited one book. It's in the thumbnail, so it's not a surprise. I'm going to highlight it here for you guys. Also, Seven Seas. Bringing back the spice a little bit. Because it was all steamship titles, I think. If I can find the tab, hold on. I am such a professional.
You got
Where is it?
We believe in you.
Thank you. There you go. Kodansha, new fantasy epic, A Kingdom of Quartz, debuts spring 2024. Hopefully, we all make it to 2024, and we can read the book when it comes out. Some preview pages here. Kodansha Publishing announces the new print manga license debuting in English spring. And next year, A Kingdom of Quartz by, am I saying this right? Bomhat?
It is.
Bomhat. An epic fantasy adventure about warring angels and demons, as well as royal intrigue. Japanese language edition, volume 1 also debuts today from Kodansha in Japan.
Damn, they got on that one fast then. I wonder if there's something going on with that they like immediately gave the English license over.
I'm gonna guess, because I remember seeing that the first color page for this one on Manga Mogura. I'm just gonna guess that a lot of people seemed interested in it when they saw it, and then they think they could capitalize off of Witch Hat Atelier fans liking this one.
I can see that.
Because I mean, just from that spread that they're showing right there, I mean, that looks like a witch hat.
You could confuse the two. Yeah.
So I think they're probably just noticing that they could get an audience pretty quickly. Also, they got a weird thing with Monthly Afternoon lately. Like, they have 4 series that are from that manga or from that magazine that are currently airing animes. And they've got a couple on the horizon. I think Delicious in Dungeon is an afternoon series. Maybe I could be wrong on that one, but they're like really going hard for that magazine lately. So that could also be why.
I don't know.
I can look it up.
No, it's on Harta.
Got it. Let me look up Monthly Afternoon, because now I'm like, I know for a fact I have one more coming at the very least.
I don't know what's going on with this other one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a physical license for the Fable come from Kodansha soon, because they are really pushing the digital manga like in their socials.
Oh, Medalist, the ice skating one. That's the one that's getting an anime. I knew there was one more.
That was nominated for Manga of the Year in Japan.
Let's see.
So while you look that up, let me read the description real quick for anybody watching. A Kingdom of Quartz is the story of elegant creatures with magnificent wings and peerless strength who, by the goddess's will, protect the kingdom from infiltration and demonic forces. These are the heroes known as angels. A little girl named Blue, who was born with mysterious black wings, spends every waking moment dreaming of becoming an angel herself. Then one day, Blue meets a prince, and the cogs of her fate twist and heave, enmeshing her in tragedy and adventure. So this is interesting. From the very first moment we set our eyes on Bomhat's breathtaking work, the entire department was completely in rapture. Okay, that's a little extreme, says the Afternoon Magazine editorial. We hope that our English readers, too, will enjoy this beautiful and thrilling tale of angels and demons. Thank you for reading, says the creator. This work was written in English and translated to Japanese, and now it's in English again. I think it's kind of funny. I hope it's as enjoyable to read as it was to draw. So that was pretty interesting. The first in English, then Japanese, then English again. Jinx. Both at the same time.
So I was looking at Afternoon, and right now, of stuff that's in there that's being animated: Blue Period, Heavenly Delusion, Medalist, like you said, Skip and Loafer, Vinland Saga, and then we have a lot of other titles from there that are in English already. Like Darwin Incident is coming out soon. Land of the Lustrous, of course, Tapu GP, Wand Dance, Wandering Island, Waveless into Me, and Yakuza Fiance. On a side note, though, Land of the Lustrous, I found out recently that the creator hated the anime, and that's why there's not going to be any more anime.
Really?
Yeah. Like, that's why there's no merchandise. That's why there's only the one season of the anime. They absolutely hated it. So they were like, no more.
Which is weird because I think it got a good reception, at least outside of Japan.
Yes.
People dug it.
I think that it got a good reception in Japan as well, but the creator just completely did not like the way that it was translated to animation.
Well, they need to chat with us. I can convince anybody to.
They can become a friend of the show.
A friend of the show, yeah. That's weird, but yeah, Speaking of, wait, I'm gonna jump here for a second. Let me talk about this. Speaking of creators, this was sad. I was so bummed out when I saw this, and I wanted to talk about it here for a minute. Yako Gudeishi tweeted last Tuesday about Somali and the Guardian of the Forest and their personal life. The most notable takeaway, by the way, this is by Anime News Network, friends of the show. Thank you. The most notable takeaway is that they are currently asking fans for financial support in order to help cover the cost of their rent and utility bills. Gudeishi asked for contributions to their Pixiviv Fanbox account and stated they still wish to continue the manga through self-publishing on Kindle and other platforms, although they added that there are no concrete plans for a continuation yet. They are currently working on their ongoing Isekai, Another World Afterlife, Mysterious Tales of Spirit Food manga at a pace to avoid burnout. They mentioned that while they are enjoying working on this manga, they are currently going through a slump due to financial difficulties. This is just sad. I don't wish this on anybody. Holy crap. Also, being super sick and all that stuff. Damn. They were too busy at the time to supervise work on the anime and felt uncomfortable as a newcomer artist to intrude upon the production. That's even sadder because it's your creation. Because of this, they discovered too late that the voice actors mispronounced the name Somari. Gudeishi left the supervision to an editor who unfortunately failed to pick up on the mistake as well. This left Gudeishi feeling regret about the anime, and they were unable to bring themselves to watch it as it was airing, which is sad because I thought they really did a good job, and I really enjoyed the show and wanted to check out the original. And lastly, Gudeishi also addressed their frustrations with the manga industry, mentioning that they were disappointed when Somari was canceled 2 years after Gudeishi went on hiatus. Gudeishi claims this was because the manga's focus on fantasy was perceived as off-brand for Comic Xenon, which mainly deals with manga in a contemporary setting. They wrote that they don't intend to draw for that magazine again because although they received a lot of support from the editorial department, they also felt hurt in equal measure by other aspects. What do you guys think of that?
Was this one getting released in English?
Yeah, I thought it looked familiar.
Digitally.
Oh, only digital.
Yeah.
Because I remember we talked about the picture, and I said that it looked like Boldo from Soul Calibur.
Yeah. That's right. We talked about that recently.
I think this was the same, the Witch of the Thistle Castle. That was the same like publisher, maybe? I don't know. I feel like we talked about that on the same day. But I remember this picture.
Probably, yes. So this one is about, let's see if I can remember correctly. The anime aired back in January of 2020, so it's been a minute. It was about this young girl. It's a fantasy world where humans are near extinct, and the creatures and beasts and fantasy shenanigan that happens there, they hunt the humans down, and the girl's one of the last remaining ones, and she's being sold off as a slave, I think. The caravan gets attacked or something. They escape. I think she's the only one that escapes, and she befriends this golem character. He's the guardian of the forest, and he is intrigued by her and starts protecting her, and then realizes that she probably has a family. So, long story short, now they're on this quest. The golem is going to deliver her to her real parents, and it's a road trip type of series across that universe, and you see like different locales and creatures and all that stuff. There's a bit of action sprinkled throughout, but it's mostly about these two characters, and the girl is extremely adorable, and she doesn't know any better because she's super tiny and a toddler, and she sees the golem as her father figure. And spoilers, oh, I'm not going to spoil it, whatever. Okay. So that's the gist of the thing. There's more to the golem, but I'm not going to say anything. But I do recommend it. I think it's pretty good, pretty cool. But yeah, what do you think?
I think more mangaka should be saying these things. I like to know like what they actually have to deal with, and I wish they would feel comfortable being able to do that.
Yeah, I didn't know any of this about the anime adaptation. That's super sad. Now I'm interested to know what the pronunciation is supposed to be, because I thought it was Somali.
Is that how they pronounce it in the anime?
In the anime, it's Somali. So I guess it's supposed to be just Somali with the R.
Oh, maybe with the R, or maybe the inflection is different, like Somari or something,
or Somali, or yeah. And the fact that they're sick, that sucks. I hate creators that get so sick like this because of the grueling schedule that they have to work and stuff.
And we've seen how that can impact. We saw the worst of it with Mira, of course.
Yep, unfortunately,
the death.
But if you guys can check out the show, I guess, or read the manga somehow, that'd be great. It's fun. Anyways, moving into a slightly more optimistic news article here.
Less somber.
We got some Seven Seas books, and they're mostly steamships. So hide the kids. We're going to talk about some steam stuff. Okay. Seven Seas announced 3 new books. First one here is "I Want You to Make Me Beautiful" Omnibus. This that's it. I Want You to Make Me Beautiful by Cocoa, a josei romance tale of fake dating and finding beauty in unexpected places. Office lady Nishimura Kana has had it with her boyfriend after discovering his cheating ways. When she breaks up with him, he insults her looks, bruising her self-confidence on top of breaking her heart. Then she runs into an old classmate, the androgynous Ichikawa Yuzuki, a man whose gorgeous appearance is a sharp difference from the boyish classmate Kana remembers from their school days. Not only does she ask Yuzuki to help her become just as pretty, but she ends up pretending to be Yuzuki's girlfriend too. As things get hot and heavy between them, can a beautiful romance blossom from this fake relationship? I Want You to Make Me Beautiful complete manga collection will be released for the first time in North America April 2024 at $23.99 USD in a single large trim omnibus edition. And here's the cover for that.
I was about to be so confused on that price until I saw that omnibus on it. I was like, for one volume?
Yeah, it is an all-in-one omnibus edition. So yeah,
They look like Hal.
I dig the color palette for this. The next one on the list is The Condemned Villainess Goes Back in Time and Aims to Become the Ultimate Villain. We got the light novel and the manga series. So this is by a bunch of people. Let's see if I can name them. Bakufu Narayama, Ebi Sushi, and Rato Kitaguni. Probably butchered all three. Sorry. Claudia, daughter of a duke, is tricked by her wicked half-sister and sold off to a brothel. Unwilling to accept defeat, Claudia uses her tools at her disposal and becomes one of the most successful sex workers in her new home. Oh. That's when she dies, only to be thrust back in time to age 14. Gun is the gullible girl of her academy days now that she's got street savvy and hard-won seductive skills. It's Claudia's turn to play the evil villainess, and there's nothing she won't do to protect what's hers. The Condemned Villainess goes back in time and aims to become the ultimate villain. Comes out in March, Volume 1, for $14.99 in single large trim editions. Thoughts on that piece of work?
That is a sketchy ass premise.
Yeah.
They better not do what they could be doing with that.
I think they're gonna do what they probably gonna do. What? How old was she before she got looped back in time? Did it say?
Hold on.
She's an adult. It doesn't say.
It doesn't say, but let's assume she was in like college or something. I don't know.
Yeah, she's definitely adult age, and so they're going to use that as the like, you know, she's 14, but she's actually 23 or whatever the fuck.
Actually, yeah.
And then have her like, I don't know, sleeping with a teacher or something.
So she's supposed to be 14 in that picture right there?
I think so, because this looks to be like in that other kingdom world.
I'm so confused. Why couldn't she have just been 18?
And then she's going to find out that the prince is like 25 or 30 and be like, I didn't know that he was 25. Like that manga that we talked about with the teacher. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, no, I think she's going to know exactly what she's doing.
Jeez.
Because she wants to be a villain.
What the fuck?
You know what's crazy about this? As bizarre and off-putting as this sounds, I think a lot of people are going to buy it. Sadly,
I mean, the art looks nice, and they're probably not gonna. They'll probably buy it off the title and the art. So like,
it's a villainous series. Is there a second picture? Because it was both the light novel and the manga, so I didn't know if there was. Yeah, there's that. I bet that's a light novel.
Yeah, this is the light novel picture because it was not given to me on the press release on my email. Sorry.
Definitely.
So was this a steamship one?
This is. I think this is normal. Seven Seas. It doesn't
so maybe
say
it won't be super sketchy.
Hopefully, but that's a long ass title too. The Condemned Villainess goes back in time and aims to become the ultimate villain. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of people ask the same thing about some anime and manga. Why couldn't she be at 18? There are a lot of weirdos online, man. I don't know.
Either why she couldn't be 18 or why they have to make her do the things they make her do when she's not 18.
I'm just hoping, since it's not a steamship title, that it's not actually as bad as I'm thinking it could be.
Yeah, it could be a lot worse. The next one, or the final one, is How Do I Get Together with My Childhood Friend? This is by Siu Yazaka. Sorry, Siu. I know you're watching. From the creator, I'm not going to read this. Sorry. Minami and Yuzu have been inseparable since elementary school, but now they're in high school. Minami just can't accept that Yuzu may someday get a boyfriend. How come some random guy gets to wake her up in the morning, feed her lunch, take baths with her? It doesn't take long for Minami to realize that her feelings can't quite be described as friendship anymore. But how can she get Yuzu to see her the same way? How Do I Get Together with My Childhood Friend Volume 1 will be released for the first time in North America in March of next year, 2024, for the retail price of $13.99 in single volume editions. And here's the cover for that series. So apparently some people were excited for this. I don't know where I read it, but some people were hyped for this Yuri series. I don't know. I don't know anything about it, so I could be way off on that.
I don't know anything about it either, but it definitely has like the shonen romance type vibes from the artwork.
Yeah,
so,
and it's not a steamship book either, so
yeah,
it's not gonna go like super hardcore. Hopefully,
I know there's a lot of people who are generally excited whenever any GL comes out because we just don't have as much GL as we have other stuff. Like,
that's true. So yeah, pretty light week, I will say. I got to be honest. I probably won't check out any of the three, but if people are happy about it, makes them happy, and they get excited and want to pre-order and buy and all that stuff, that's awesome. You do you. Out of the three, this would be the most likely that if I had to choose, I'd read this. I don't know. Actually, I could see this getting an anime too, so yeah. Okay, so the next topic here, and I hate to do this because they're not friends of the show. So let's talk about AI. Pretty interesting conversation here to wrap up the show. I saw this article from this website. I'm not going to promote them, even though I'm showing them, but whatever. Junji Ito was talking a little bit about AI artwork, and he was basically saying that even though it's not there yet, he fears that maybe in the future it can outdraw him and create spookier things, I guess. And he was a little bit worried about that. So I wanted to ask you guys what your thoughts are on the possibility that sometime in the future we can have like detailed manga AI generated artwork in books.
I don't think he has anything to worry about.
No. The whole thing about AI is that you feed it in other pictures, and it's not going to create anything that wouldn't be already taken from Junji Ito's art in the first place. And he came up with that art style, you know? So I just think that like any AI stuff is just trying to push out human creation and trying to like automate people's own like ideas and experiences, and like just trying to make it out to be some sort of stupid calculator thing in the end, when it's like you can't recreate. They're essentially just trying to recreate what people have already made, and then at that point, like how many different algorithms can you really create until you're like all creating the same thing, because you're just stealing from everyone else's stuff prior. And then if no one's making new work other than AIs, you're never going to get anything new and creative or anything like that. So
they're just going to cannibalize on each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's going to be the Ouroboros eating its own tail, but it's AI generated, so it probably has 3 tails anyway. I don't think he has anything to worry about with them creating anything scarier than what he could do, because it's just not there. There's no horror relies so much on like the human like experience. I think of all genres, horror and comedy both are probably the least possible to like make, you know, from like without emotion, because you have to appeal to the human emotion to get someone to read something on a page that scares them and to read something that will make them laugh. and there's like very little possibility that an AI can do something like that. And when we get to the point where an AI can, that's when we're gonna have a lot bigger things to worry about than media.
I want to click on the original article, but I'm afraid of what will show up. So give me a second.
Gotta
I don't want to promote that other website. Sorry, but it said Ito talked about his fear that manga will eventually be drawn with AI tech, and that even though AI art lacks originality, it may one day, quote unquote, make something better than his own creations. I don't know about that, bro. You got nothing to worry about. You're good.
He could just make a story about that, and that would probably sell.
Yeah.
A horror
you got
story.
Some content right there, man.
Yeah. I don't know why I was worried. I know it's an all Japanese website, so what the hell? You're not going to read anything there. Like, maybe this.
Oh, hey, I have those cards.
You have those cards right there, yeah.
I don't have that.
That one looks like one of the Pokemon from Sun and Moon. Going back to the Pokemon. I forget the Pokemon's name. Anyways, whatever. Here's GG.
Sexualize the Pokemon quite a bit more in Sun and Moon then.
She's like a cockroach alien. What's her name? She's an Ultra Beast. Hold on.
Even a cockroach alien Pokemon now?
Yeah, in Sun and Moon, they open a portal dimension to another reality, and Ultra Beasts are orbiting that world or whatever, and they jump into our world. Let's see.
Furthest that I remember going was like whenever they went into the alternate, like, what was Giratina's world called?
Oh my gosh, I'm such a fake fan. Hold on. I know what you mean.
But yeah, and they go in there and all
Distortion World.
Yeah, the Distortion World. That's the like furthest I remember going, and now you're telling me they're opening up rifts in the universe. And
yeah, it's pretty wild. If you can, I'm not going to show it, but Google Pheromosa, Pheromosa. Pheromosa Pokemon.
Oh, I've seen that. Okay, yeah.
Her origin's based on a flying cockroach.
I hate her.
But there is a lot of weird ass artwork on the internet for some reason.
See that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna show it. So that Ito thing reminded me of Pheromosa. The other thing that I wanted to mention about AI, because I know Riley brought a topic at hand for that with AI drawn manga that's out there, and it's getting some heat online. One Piece creator was asked to write a new manga chapter, according to that website that I talked about. The One Piece staff described Eiichiro Oda's inquiry as him asking ChatGPT the taboo question. Last week, the official One Piece staff Twitter account posted a video of creator Oda diving completely off the deep and asking ChatGPT, the world's most popular AI chat software, to write a new One Piece chapter for him. The tweet described the bold request as Oda asking the taboo question. Oh, it's from Anime News Network. We can highlight them. They're good people. Hold on. Let's go back to that.
Friends of the channel.
There we go. Sorry. There we go. The AI made a story about King of Shadows, whatever. So what do you think of this story? AI asked Oda. It has a shadow controlling villain, a mysterious race of shadow people, and new friends. Oda then replied, "Sorry, this is boring. Could you please present a more interesting idea?"
Get him!
ChatGPT then
go off, King.
Into a story. Let's see if I can zoom in. ChatGPT then launched into a story where an alien secretly lives among the captain and crew. Blah blah blah. This time, Oda seemed to like the story. "Thank you," he replied. "I will write exactly like that. Tune into the manga next week to see if Oda follows through."
I'm sure he'll use it at one of those like chapter, like the opening pages stories
Like a gag. Yeah.
thing, and they're just like an alien was discovered. But that's so funny because like when you were saying like the shadow person that controls shadows, I'm like, is it basically just trying to give us something of Blackbeard because he like doesn't control shadows, but like anyway, I was just like, this is so derivative of like, and it's exactly like Colleen was saying, it's you feed it stuff and it takes from things that already exist. So anything that you feed it and it asks like, make a chapter of One Piece, it's just gonna mix up and regurgitate things that we've already had.
Yeah.
And not really be that original with it.
But that relates to this other article here. We're going to go to this other website. We're all over the place tonight. Let's go. Shonen Jump. Whoa, this is zoomed in. Hold on. There we go. Shonen Jump develops an AI manga writing tool, and it, according to Screen Rant, it steps into controversy. The intersection of AI program and art is a polarizing topic. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. No, I don't want to show ads. Sorry. Oh, my God. I shouldn't have done this. Hold on. Let me take the screen off. I'll just read it. The manga magazine Shonen Jump has stepped into the current polarized debate. Some have feared that this may supplant many artists' jobs. Luckily, Shonen Jump Plus' new tool isn't close to being able to replace mangaka yet, but it may represent a worrying feature. The deputy editor-in-chief, Yuta Momiyama, tweeted out a link to the company's new AI tool called Comic Copilot, or Komikopa for short, Copacabana, which is intended to help mangaka with simple tasks like refining dialogue and creating character names. Mangaka can ask the AI a question and give it a request, and Komika will attempt to help them the best it can. The website stresses that the tool is meant to be used as an aid for mangaka and not the replacement, and as of now, this certainly rings true. What do you think of that?
I think like if they're trying to give them help, like that's one thing, but as with anything, especially in like capitalism, like there's always going to be concern that they're going to go further with it and eventually be like, oh, let's just cut the middleman. But I'm the hope would be that like they realize that this is just for Jump Plus, but like if you were doing it for specifically like Weekly Shonen Jump, which is the biggest comic magazine in the world, you don't want to have like anything holding those stories back from being as good as they can be. And having something like this is going to take out any sort of semblance of heart from those stories. So it could be the beginning of a rocky, tumultuous road towards the worst. But at this time, I'm not upset if they're just like, oh, I can't think of a good name for this character. It's the same as like looking at baby books when writing a story.
I will say, one of the easiest things is to come up with a name. Why? Because if you can't think of a Japanese name, there are so many worldwide names that you can use. Immediately I think back to like Kubo, for example, that started using German and Spanish names and all that stuff. So it's not that hard to come up with a name. Just say it. But I get it. You got to make the kanji and all that stuff mean certain things, and like it has to have meaning for the character's origin with the name, blah blah. But just name him Geo. I'll give you a pass. Go for it. So what was the manga that you told me about? Is it this one here?
Yeah, you had the tab on there. So that people were talking about this one. This is the first, like, if I'm not mistaken, the first AI manga that's been published in Japan, and it looks terrible. So first off, just looking at the artwork, the left one, like at a glance, whatever. But on the right, you can see like the mangled fingers on the old woman. Like for some reason, both she and the guy in the background, like their faces are all weird and like have craters on them. Like the dude looks like he has one eye and the other eye is, I don't know, like it went on vacation or something.
You're the cyborg.
Yeah, his I don't know what's up with his arm. Like I can't. I don't know. There's a lot going on there, but there's more art as you go down, and it's bad. It's the story of Momotaro, Peach Boy, cyberpunk style.
That's oh my gosh. Okay, that's the equivalent of us being like, I'm gonna do a cyberpunk Huckleberry Finn. Fantastic.
Yeah. So if you want to like go real quick past the ad,
A talented artist, blah blah blah. All right, let me zoom in a little bit more.
Yeah, they use Midjourney.
I know about that app. Rootport is the creator. He's 37 years old. I think he's not. Maybe he's not talented and wanted to give it a shot creating a manga like that.
There's plenty of untalented artists who can still make manga,
and that's
without
why
using AI.
That's why it's not a new concept. It's Momotaro. Like he didn't even come up with a story. He was just like, let's use something that already exists and make it different by asking the thing to make it cyberpunk. It's like those, I don't know if y'all have seen those memes where it's like or there'll be like videos on TikTok that I've seen where they're like Balenciaga Nintendo, like Balenciaga Zelda and stuff, or like Balenciaga Avengers. And it's like they just tell the AI like, give me the Avengers, but they're modeling Balenciaga's clothes.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, Avengers, assemble Balenciaga. And then like every character says some shit because the AI doesn't know what to do. And they're just wearing, like, I don't know, it looks shitty. And that's basically what he's like,
Momotaro, but give it cyberpunk.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's like those old, like, what's my rap name generator? And it's like, put in this information, it'll pop out your name. And that's how like Childish Gambino got his. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Artwork gets worse though than just that one image. Like if you get bigger images of the other pages, it keeps getting worse and worse.
Let's check it out. Are there any naughty bits in here that we gotta censor?
Not that I've seen. Not the first one, the second, well, I guess it is the first one with the pink side. That I don't even, what is it?
What's happening here? You know what this looks like without the fact that it's AI? This is like a Euro comic trying to do a Japanese story.
Yes.
And I mean that in the vaguest terms. I don't want to insult the real creators out there. Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Like, and that's supposed to be, I think, the main character, the Momotaro character.
That literally looks like they just ripped a photo and stuck it on the page.
I'm sure that's what the AI
that one where like the character's head is coming out and the brain is out. That looks like just a picture that they just ripped and then stuck next to it. The
Stupid.
Pink hair. What
the AI
fuck?
doing shitty job.
Yeah, and then a lot of it that I notice, AI has trouble with hair, and so a lot of the hair will like get really weird, like tendrils coming out of it, and like not really make any sense. There was an AI Little Mermaid adaptation that someone like had put on Twitter, and people were like, "Oh my god, it's so much better than the live action Disney one." And like you zoom in and you can see.
Oh, I saw that. And it doesn't even have a body.
Yeah, she doesn't have a body. She's just got like some eldritch horror is her hair for some reason.
I think this whole AI stuff has given mediocre people an excuse to finally like one up in their minds to one up people and be like, we can make stuff and we're gonna stick it to the digital man. I don't know. I'm not.
They hate artists, honestly. Like
they don't know anything. They don't know any like they have odd tastes, and this gives them an outlet, I guess. I don't know.
This is all very like soulless, and the times where the art like looks decent, it is probably because it's ripped entirely from something else.
What is this? We're going to Russia. Oh boy. The author shared
we could
impression.
play the Family Hotel Love Match 3.
Oh god, I gotta be careful now.
How many points does that give me on K Manga?
Nice. Like 50 probably, or 5.
5 points.
5 points. So yeah. In conclusion, for now, don't worry about AI manga. Worry about something else. I don't know. Inflation and the economy.
Pink hair, Asian boy, stadium jacket. That's all you have to do to make a story now is just throw in key terms.
It's silly. I don't think it'll happen. And if they can just use AI tools to complement the creator, like with the name generator, for example, I'm okay with that. Cool, whatever. But don't support stuff like this, guys. You're better than that. If you watch the show, I know you're better than that. The last little item here, I just thought it was funny. It's not really an item to discuss. I don't know if you guys saw this. The Agency for Cultural Affairs in Japan accidentally listed a manga pirating website for 6+ months on the website.
That's funny.
Last Tuesday, social media exposed a rather embarrassing mistake by the Japanese government's Agency for Cultural Affairs. Sankei News reported that the agency website, which has long been dedicated to cracking down on piracy, had accidentally made public the URLs of the top 10 most accessed manga pirate websites in Japan. The document was first unveiled last August, but the flaws were only noticed after an employee saw the topic spreading on social media this week. The agency took down the list later that day, and they commented, "We will absolutely implement a checking system to ensure that similar problems do not arise in the future." I wish I had a soundboard with sound effects, because I would play all of them to make fun of Goof here for the cultural affair. Yeah. So there you go. That's all I got. We learned a lot today, and hopefully you guys did too. Let me remind everybody that you can get sweet deals over at InStockTrades.com, the official sponsor of Omnibroslive. You get Omnibus, trade paperbacks, hardcovers, manga, box sets, anything collected edition, you get it at InStock Trades. Fantastic deals, 50% off, 60% off. You got to check out the sales week after week. Of course, if you make an order of $50 or more in your collected editions order, you get free shipping in the US. And if you order on a week-by-week basis, you get that sweet loyalty discount that adds an extra 2% to that. Fantastic customer service and wonderful packaging only at InStockTrades.com, the official sponsor of Omnibros Live here on the Omnibus Collectors Network. There we go. What else we got? Anything you guys want to add before we wrap up?
I found out that I was severely underestimating how much work Tezuka had done in his career.
It's a lot. I was shocked when you said you wanted to go for it. I'm like, oh, okay. Godspeed.
Look, so the amount of stuff he has in English is probably not even 1%.
No, it's minimal compared to the full thing.
It's possible. I mean, with the exception of the extremely out of print stuff, it's possible to collect everything in English. But I was like, could we ever have everything of his in English? There was a series of the complete library released in Japan in like starting in the 70s and ending in the 90s by Kodansha. It was a 400 volume series, and it wasn't complete. I think it was like maybe half of his work is what I was reading. Across 400 volumes.
Check this out. I'm going to show you something here. Speaking of Tezuka related,
150,000 pages of manga is like he did more than 150,000 pages of manga in like 40 something. Yes, that's the site that I have open right now. I have two sites. That one, but the timeline, that's not even complete. That's what I found. Is I was looking at the timeline, and that's not everything.
This is just like the more like super famous stuff.
There's a bunch of stuff that they couldn't, I guess, just couldn't fit on this graphic. But if you go to the top,
wait, hold on. Let me show you the bottom here.
And then he dies in 89.
Spoilers.
Go to alphabetical order.
Alphabetical order. There we go.
Like most of the stuff in the A's isn't on there.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff on this page is not on that calendar.
Oh, what happened to this character?
Much.
Jesus Christ.
It's AI art.
AI generated Tezuka.
He was ahead of his time. The godfather of AI. Adios noches.
Adios noches.
There's so much. There is so much. And I was looking into, like, I'm trying to chronicle all of it, because I was like, one day, like a project that I would like to do is to do, a creator spotlight for Tezuka. And in going over it and discovering, like, I thought he had maybe like a few hundred different series. 700 individual titles is the estimate that I found. 700 in like 42 years is insane. I was like, there's no way. Like, I can't do I'm not freaking Quentin Reviews. I'm not going to make an hour Tezuka video.
You can make multiple ones, like an ongoing series.
That's what one of our friends said, and she said to break it up by decade. And I was like, you know what? Thinking about it, I was like, that could be a good like multi-episode series for me to do once I get better with like editing and stuff. I'd like to do it like a somewhat of a docu-series, and it would be 5 episodes covering each of the decades that he worked in. So the first one would be intro plus the 4 years in the 40s that he was working.
I have a shameless plug. If you guys want a review on Bomba, I have one on my channel. So if you guys want to check that out, because Tezuka reviews by themselves don't go well with the manga crowd. But if you want to check it out, I'd appreciate it. I like talking about older stuff. So
Bomba's good.
The horny the horse ghost. Anyways,
so it'd be a huge project for me to undertake, and it would have to be divided into at least 5 episodes, which I think would make it better, because then like I can spend time on each piece.
Or just one piece.
But if I find that there's just too much to even do like decade by decade, it would be insane if it went like year by year. Like,
you have to rebrand or make a spin-off channel just for Tezuka.
Yeah, I'd have to like start emailing some people like who are actual experts.
This would be you by the end of the videos.
No kidding.
Editing, all that stuff. Hey, Dororo, that's one of my favorites. Do you guys have any Tezuka favorites?
I don't think I've read any of his work.
I like, of course, Astro Boy. He's my dude, and Dororo. Those are my 2 favorites.
I don't know. I don't know. I still like. There's so many of them that I still need to read. That like.
Oh, and Princess Knight. That's a good one too. I like that.
That I don't feel confident in saying like, oh, I really like this one or I really like that one, because it's like Started to read a lot of stuff.
And the thing is, there are books here for every freaking story trope, story genre, story whatever. There's like Christmas books, there are Halloween books, sci-fi, there are horny stuff in here. The dude covered everything.
Yeah, he like even
Well, there's the horny stuff.
Sorry about that.
even if you don't
Drawing, settle down, YouTube.
even if you don't enjoy his work, it's like you have to looking at everything, like the amount of work he did and the breadth of the work he did, you've got to like respect him at least.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's
a reason why they call him the god of manga or the godfather of manga, because he's like, he created so many different tropes. He created a lot of like subgenres with stuff. Like he really did it all,
regardless of quality. But
right.
Yeah, because some of these stories are they're all right. Look at that rabbit.
Little pee-pee.
Little pee-pee.
What's your favorite Tezuka manga? Little pee-pee.
That's
I would be worried about that person. This one's cool. Lost World, for like the kaiju fans. That's pretty dope.
I just ordered a copy of that today, actually.
Look at that. See, we're in sync. With a little delay, but we're in sync.
Someone, I was watching it and they sent me an offer and I accepted it.
Nice.
God, what an insane amount of work. Like, we're on the M's.
Yeah, let me scroll here real quick so we can cover everything. Hey, there we go. Mighty Item.
And he had tons of series. It wasn't like just one ongoing title. There was a lot of Atom series.
So were they able to preserve every single one of these, or are these just like are
a good chunk is well preserved, I think.
Because I know that like 50s, 60s, 70s, the manga wasn't.
Oh, New Liao Zai Zi Yi, the Woman Spider. Wow. That's a mouthful.
I can't remember the exact terminology for it, but
I hope there are no other boobs here. Sorry.
I was reading up on this old shoujo mangaka, Hideko Mizuno, and a lot of her work was lost, like from the 50s, 60s.
Oh, damn.
Because if they didn't put it in a volume, they would keep the manuscripts. And then sometimes they would either be like cut up and put in magazines and like sold to people, or they would like draw on it for some reason. And so like a ton of the manuscripts either got lost, they got ruined, and then she just didn't have her work because the magazines were just thrown away.
Ugh.
So I'm surprised if they were able to keep all of his stuff preserved.
I wonder if it like is just the longevity of his career. Like, he might have done stuff himself, so then later on, like when he's
also, this is his official website, by the way.
Yeah, that's the official site for his studio and stuff. And like so I'm wondering, like, you know, later on, because when Kodansha did their full like the 400 volume thing, they were consulting with him on it. So I wonder if he would be like, oh yeah, there was this one that I did here, this one that I did, like almost self-cataloging his career. And you can see a lot of these like are from original art. So you can see the letters are pasted on into the logos. So he probably kept a lot of the original art himself, and then as his career advanced, like those became historical pieces.
This is a yokai book, by the way. That's why I clicked on it. He befriends the rainbow yokai.
Of course.
Let's continue here real quick. Yeah. There are some interesting things here, but we'd be here all night. We would have to do a full stream on just this. What the hell? Oh, Serenade to a Pig Belly's Button.
Pig's belly button. What?
Pig's belly button. The hell's this about? Hold on. Sorry.
Excuse
When
me?
We're
a
getting
good fellow is about to hang himself at the top of the building. A female scholar saves him, but Tomoe Gozen performs an operation on him. She implants an atomic bomb in his body and makes his navel into a switch for triggering a nuclear blast. Hirata runs away with the pig that Tomoe Gozen is keeping. The government announces throughout the country on TV that Hirata is an important person and asks people not to arouse him. Hirata has nothing to fear. If someone offends him even slightly, he has only to scare the person by saying that he would press the switch. And then, boom. Sorry about that.
They can't all be zingers now.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
I mean, you're making 700 manga. I'm literally going to assume that 600 of them suck ass.
There's also Phoenix, and we cannot get Phoenix. It is extremely rare and expensive.
Yeah, let's see what the market is on Phoenix today. I like to look every once in a while just so I can like cry.
Yes.
Me with the sorrow.
There's a 1 through 12 at $1,500 with 20 thing for best offer. I wonder if he'd take $120.
I'd offer like I don't know, 350.
350.
350. Yeah, there's a lot here.
I wonder, like,
there's Kimba again.
I'm gonna
the Mask of Tomoe. Nice.
A campaign, and I'm gonna be like, all right, everybody, I have collectively like I've got like 72,000 followers on YouTube and like 122,000 on TikTok, and then another few everywhere else. Like, if each one of you sent me a quarter,
we can make it happen.
We can
all
get
I need
in my collection.
Oh my god, there's so many boobs. I am so sorry.
They all look the same too.
Yeah, it's the same art style. Is it a bear? And letter Z. That's it.
Zero Man.
Got through it all.
That's a lot. There we go. So yeah, that was a little bonus for you guys. If you guys in the chat or later watching the stream, if you want us to do, I don't know, a Tezuka stream or something, we'll do it. We'll talk about some random series. I don't know. But what's important is that you subscribe if you're new here. Hit the like button. Share the video. Helps out a ton. We'd appreciate it. And if you want to follow us three nerds, there are a bunch of ways you can do that. Let's start over here. Colleen, where can people find you? Were you not here with us?
You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Colleen's Manga Rex. I am putting out a video this Saturday about the manga series, My Girlfriend's Child. I'm very excited for that one. And then you can follow me on Twitter at manga_nostalgic.
Heck yeah. Omnibus Collector, where can people find you when you're not here?
Omnibus Collector on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram, and Omni Collector on Twitter. I still have my top 10 Yen Press manga video that is just sitting waiting to be edited. So I will have that at some point in the very near future, before the close of the month, I'm going to say. And I'll also have that review for Parallel World Pharmacy in the next few days or so. And you'll have a chance to win one of these 4 extra copies that I've got here.
Awesome. Me, I guess you can find me on my channel. That's the Manga Geekdom. where I talk about all the manga that I'm reading and all the anime that I'm watching. I have a live stream tomorrow, so if anybody in the chat or or watching later wants to join in on that, I do like a Q&A thing at the end of every month. It's a lot of fun, usually like 30 minutes or an hour, whatever. So if you want to join me on that. And I think I'm working on a video for next week about a Shonen Sunday title. You have to stay tuned to my videos to see what the hell it is. It's pretty cool. So that's going to be it for now. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to our sponsor, In Stock Trades, for making it happen. Thank you, most importantly, to all of you watching at home. Thank you. We wouldn't be here without you. We'll be back next Monday for Hall's Previews Reads. Also, the gift card giveaway is next Monday if you want to participate. And then Wednesday, we'll have a comic episode. And then Thursday, for once, we actually know what the hell we're going to talk about. Next Thursday, we're going to go over the June month of manga and all the releases in the month of June. A lot of cool stuff coming out. We're going to go over that, have some fun and some goofs and gaffs and all that jazz. So thank you to my wonderful co-host. Thank you to everybody watching. Once again, stay safe. God bless. Stay safe out there. Ta-ta. Bye. Let me do the little thingy here. Hold on. There we go.
Oh no.
No, wait. Rewind. There we go. No. Is it? No.
I'm guessing your view.
I'm the opposite way as usual.
Okay. So is that's
Do
working?
it the other way. Both of you.
But that's working for you. But this.
There we go. We're beautiful. That's it. We're ending it on the power of friendship.
Woo!
Bye, everybody. Goodbye.